no child was born to the same parents, right?
Setuju.
And ya emang di keluarga Chinese itu mereka punya anggapan bahwa kalau misalnya kamu perempuan kan nanti kamu dinikahi sama laki-laki. Biar dia yang bertanggung jawab. Aku gak perlu bertanggung jawab dalam hatiku. I was like, really dad? Really?
And I want us to be like this, bonded like this until we die. So we should care for each other's feelings.
Blood or not, and you guys are that for me. I love you guys. Y'all my sisters. You know, God gave me 4 sisters, not 1.
Yeah. 4. Hello viewers, what's up? Welcome to another episode of In Her View. Today we're going to have a lovely chat about our very first best friends where we share the womb together, our first homies, and they are our sips, aka siblings, aka brother and sisters. And also we're going to talk about the birth trait theory. Of course, so grab your cup of joe, your matcha latte that is boiling right now, any drinks that you fancy. Exactly. Because we've known and seen some of the viewers always tapped in and tuned in since midnight. So grab your drinks because this one is going to be a very exciting one. I'm Caroline right here on the hot seat. And of course, I'm never alone. I'm here with my chosen sisters. Karina Basarawan-Hasan, Marisa Anita, we have Shana Suartono and Kai Surya in the house right here. Looking very lovely.
Look
at you, man.
Love the color. Shana's in her dress. I love that.
I love your uniform, by the way.
Thank you. I'm going
just
to wear
came
that,
home from school.
Miranda Priestley. That's all. All right, that's what I'm trying to get. As the eldest in the family, as the oldest. So we're going to talk about the latter, and that is the birth order theory. This is coming actually from Marissa, where we found a research from Alfred Adler. He's an Austrian medical doctor, psychotherapist, and founder of the School of Individual Psychology, where he emphasizes on the importance of feelings of belonging, relationship within the family, and birth order. So let's start first. We are the firstborn, you and I, Kai, right?
In the blouse. Since the firstborns have a thing for blouses.
Especially in this season. I want to ask you first, what do you think is like our top 1 or 2 traits as a firstborn?
Protector.
Okay.
Warrior. Warrior protector.
Oh, thank you. I'm
yeah.
liking you. This She defined us well. All right. So I'm going to take this, all right, from the research and also taking this from parents.com. Well, firstborn traits is as the leader of the pack. Firstborns often tend to be reliable. We are conscientious, putting effort in the work, structured, cautious, controlling. Yes, we are. And we are also achievers.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, achievers.
So this was stated by Frank Farley, a PhD, a psychologist at Temple University who studied personality and human development for decades, stated that since they have their parents to themselves before siblings arrive, the firstborn is accustomed to being the center of attention. So many parents spend more time reading and explaining things to firstborns. It's not easy when other kids come into the picture because they have the undivided attention.
Yes.
Our challenges here, Kai. They often have intense fear of failure, so nothing they accomplish feels good enough. Right? And because parents give firstborns a lot of responsibility at home, helping with chores, so they feel the pressure to be perfect. What say you?
Oh, so true.
Wow.
And these challenges and our strengths.
I think, I never really thought about this because I feel like you and I have a similar situation that our siblings are quite a couple of years apart from
Right.
us. That's why I say as a firstborn, it's not applicable to all firstborns, but I think us, because we have a distance to our siblings. I think, I had the time of my life with my parents, but they were really strict with me though. They're really different. I feel like they were much younger when they had me. So I feel like the younger ones were babied much more than I was.
Yeah.
I was like strict discipline,
Of course.
like timeouts, and they couldn't even get mad at my sisters. I just say
Because it's the first time they become parents,
I think
right? We're actually the experiment for them. We are the experiment.
Tapi kalian itu ngerasa itu jadi tekanan gak sih? Karena kan kadang-kadang jadi anak pertama itu sering kali kamu harus jadi contoh buat adikmu ya.
Yes. And
you
I'm guilty
ladies
for
feel?
saying that to my firstborn right now too.
I'm trying my best not to say that to my firstborn.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard of that. I was listening to this interview that was done by Gabor Mate,
Gabor Mate.
one of the psychiatrists. He said that no child was born to the same parents, right? And when I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, because obviously my parents were still was younger when they had me, and older when they had my sisters, and at a very different stage of life as well when they had my sisters. But how has it shaped me? It's like there's a lot to unlearn and unpack. Resentment that I hopefully have unpacked, because I feel like my sisters and I now as adults were very close, which we weren't before.
Of course.
Not because of anything, but just because they were much younger than me.
Yeah.
So my sisters, they're like a little small pack together because they're like Irish twins basically, right?
Bedanya berapa tahun sama kamu, Kai?
17 bulan. Tunggu,
kamu.
sama aku ya. My first sister 6 years, which means the next one was 7.
Yeah.
So jadi kayak ada waktu di mana I was to myself, and then they had their own thing. And then when we crossed paths, when they started to become teenagers, that's when I started to get them.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course,
Before
I think,
that,
and also I think there's also this pressure as the firstborn, right?
Yeah.
You were saying you have to give a good example to your siblings and everything. They always look up to the firstborn. Like if they make a mistake, it means it's a mistake of the family. And I'm
I was going to say that. My sisters never made my mistakes.
Yeah.
I got to be the rebellious one, and they took notes.
Gak adil
Those
dong.
silly things.
Kayaknya di keluarga gue enggak sih. No.
My sisters during their uni times were okay, maybe because the uni they were separated from my parents. Tapi kayak all the rebellious things that I did, they didn't do anymore because they know, parents don't like that. I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I'm so different because I'm not rebellious, because I felt like because I am the first, I have this responsibility.
Okay.
I have to be this proper
Yes.
girl.
Yeah.
I am, the first one where people see if I do something wrong, this Rahmat's family clan, it's because of her. So I cannot disappoint myself. I always reach higher.
Wow.
There's
So
a lot
I
of
feel
expectation
like
for
there are
myself.
two kinds of firstborns.
Yeah.
There's the rebellious one like me,
Yes.
and then there's the really good obedient one like you and my husband. And I feel like
Pressure though.
Banget.
Oh, there's a pressure.
That's
I
kind of
think the reason why I'm rebellious, I think it's because and by nature, I just feel like my trait is to push against authority. Kayak gue gak bisa terima mentah aja sih. Itu tipe
Yeah.
gue. Itu tipe gue aja.
Itu karakter yang kamu
Or
terlahir.
maybe
Yeah.
biologically, whatever. But it's very different. But I do understand because of the situation that I grew up in, because my father is a diplomat. I understand that I have to mask and be the perfect daughter in front of everybody. I understand the pressure though.
Yeah.
When did you decide to just one day be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna
Oh, I
be
always.
myself?
Yeah.
She was born
So
with
there's
it.
the mask, and
When
when the mask is off,
when the mask is off, it's off, girl.
yeah.
No, seriously. And I really think that that's the one thing that kept me sane, was that I had the phase where I could be rebellious and find myself and told my parents.
That's a privilege though.
Yeah, I know.
Ya, setuju
Yeah,
Syaz.
And I think it's also because that was not done here in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And firstborn always have everything brand new. So I want to go to Shahnas on this. No, because I look up to your sister. I'm like, Ness, I wish that I'm like your sister. We're the firstborn. Share with us about your
Kamu anak terakhir
Aku
kan?
anak terakhir dari 3 bersaudara perempuan semua. Jadi mereka berdua tuh jaraknya deket banget. Mereka cuma jaraknya 13 bulan.
Oh, kebalikannya aku berarti.
Iya.
Iya.
And then me, kayak I was born 6 years after si Fanny yang di tengah.
Kamu anak bonus.
Aku anak bonus, anak yang dimiliki kedua orang tua gue ketika mereka sudah mapan dan nyaman hidupnya.
Yes,
Jadi
yes.
gue itu adalah Rashida.
Oh ya, ya.
Princess.
Jadi mereka udah nyaman nih, mereka udah nggak bertanya-tanya soal karir dan lain-lain. Terus kayaknya let's make another one
Yeah.
gitu. And then me, aku terjadi di situ kan. Terus gua kalau soal needs ya, apalagi barang-barang yang dimiliki oleh kakak-kakak gua, iya. Mereka berdua itu barangnya kurang lebih sama karena emang dibutuhkannya di waktu bersamaan ya kan.
Ya.
Dan gua datang 6 tahun kemudian, justru gue malah barangnya jadi baru lagi.
Yes, 'cause there's that gap.
Iya. Dan mereka sudah, nyokap gue pas punya gue tuh udah snob, udah sombong. Karena uangnya sudah banyak ya.
Life is good. Yeah.
Jadi gue tuh diberkahi dengan childhood yang sangat bergelimangan banyak hal gitu ya. Karena mereka sudah nyaman hidupnya gitu. Mainan gue selalu banyak melimpah gitu, dan gue selalu dianggap sebagai anak yang nyokap bokap gue selalu bilang lo tuh diinginkan gitu, terutama nyokap ya. Jadi ceritanya gini, kenapa mereka akhirnya punya gue? Jadi kakak gue tuh dulu SD di Oraet Labora, Panglima Polim. Jadi di Panglima Polim situ ada rumah bersalin ASI.
Yes.
Jadi nyokap gue nganterin anaknya, 2 anaknya yang sekolah di situ. Setiap kali ngeliat bayi keluar kan, dari rumah sakit kan.
It's horrible.
Terus dia tiba-tiba, I want. Ya karena desa kan dimanja sekali ya. Terus tiba-tiba ya udah dia katanya mama hamil, terus mama gak bilang-bilang dulu sama papa gitu. Jadi mama tuh nahan-nahan meskipun pengen muntah gitu. Jadi dia nahan gitu kan. Terus pas bokap gue tahu, bokap gue kayak, wow ini bukan plan kami. Gitu kan. Terus tapi ya udah mereka akhirnya went through with it. Terus ya udah gue hadir di situ. Dan ya itu gue selalu dianggap sebagai anak bonus, dan jujur gue adalah anak yang, makanya tadi gue bilang childhood gue tuh luar biasa menyenangkan, karena kakak-kakak gue pun pengen banget punya adik. Jadi
ya ampun, kamu sekali
jadi waktu gue kecil tuh kayak gue merasa gue dijagain, meskipun pas gedean dikit dan mereka udah mulai rebel, akhirnya gue dibully ya, maksudnya dibulinya juga masih taraf aman lah gitu, dikerja-kerjain, didandan-dandanin gitu. Cuma gue itu tumbuh sangat dekat sama kakak-kakak gue, sampai sekarang masih sangat dekat, sangat-sangat dekat. Mereka adalah hidup gue, dan gue merasa tanpa mereka gue gak akan menjadi gue. Mereka tuh kayak supporter yang paling ada di depan gue, selalu gitu. Bahkan mungkin lebih dari nyokap bokap gue. Menurut gue itu, karena mereka bener-bener selalu karena dan kita juga kehilangan papa kan di usia yang cukup muda ya. Jadi kita tuh bersama-sama gitu, terus-menerus gitu, dan ya meskipun ya kakak gue sangat berbeda sama kalian berdua ya. Kakak gue yang pertama tuh kayak princess.
I wish I were the princess.
Dia tuh lebih ke yang nggak mau doing house chores, kayak nah gitu kan. Terus kita ya udah gitu. Tapi ya we love her just the way she is gitu, sampai sekarang ya udah gitu kan, mau apapun itu kita terima gitu. Jadi semua ada kelebihan dan kekurangan yang masing-masing, sedangkan kakak gue yang kedua tuh kayak orangnya juga dia punya traits yang berbeda lagi nih sebagai anak kedua. Cuman gue merasa kita semua punya yaitu kelebihan dan kekurangan yang masing-masing dan semuanya compensating dari keabsensi gini. Nyokap bokap gue kan ada tapi tidak selalu ada ya. Sedangkan kami bertiga tuh tidur di kamar yang sama. Jadi ketika nyokap bokap gue absen dari gue, gue punya kakak-kakak gue yang masuk ke situ. Meskipun mereka jauh lebih bandel daripada gue.
Nah kan
rebel.
Selalu lebih bandel daripada lo.
I didn't have the time, man. Again, I'm missing out on life.
Iya gitu. Intinya my childhood was perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I wish, you know, I could say that. Again, since we're talking about like our siblings, right? And I won't have to take also on Marissa on this. I fight a lot, butt heads with my sister, especially because we're 4 years different. My brother, 12 years. So I mean, he's the baby.
Yeah, we're the same age.
Yeah, he's the baby.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
even though Karina wanted to like snuffle him when he was a baby because he kept crying all the time, but me and Karina we butt heads because Karina always sees me as like, why do you always have everything? You're the first. You always have like the nicest things, and you know, like you're the princess, and I'm more like the tomboyish one, and you know, Dad is always like looking up to you. So we always like have these kind of beef. But then when we grow, and then I'm living here in Indonesia, I think distance.
Kangen ya?
Makes the heart
Jadi kangen ya?
fonder.
Exactly. Like we
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
change a lot now. And I could say that we are closer than ever. Like maybe like Shahnaz, I know that I cannot go through life now without them because they who love me for who I am when other people can't. They're the one that will be there first, that will give me like surprise. They know what I like. They're money is limitless. Like whatever kakak wants, whatever your kids needs, like they're always there. And I felt like
That's true. Having kids
it's like, where have you been when we're like kids? We're always like fighting with each other. Like this is the nice you that I like. And you know, the heart goes fonder because of that.
Yeah.
All right. So anyways, talking about my sister. I love you, Karina. I know you don't watch us, but it's okay. I love you still. Second born, middle child traits. Marissa.
Coba, aku mau lihat dulu daftarnya dong, Kay. Bener apa enggak?
What would you think though? First.
Oh, kalau aku jadi mediator.
Okay.
Tapi beda lagi ya, karena konteksnya aku tuh keturunan Cina.
Okay.
Nah, dalam kultur Cina itu, tapi nggak semuanya ya, nggak tahu apakah ini memang dijalankan oleh semua keluarga yang keturunan Cina. Perempuan tuh nggak ada harganya.
Oh ya?
Iya, perempuan tuh nggak ada harganya. Menurutku ya,
My
I
dad's
know.
family is like that.
Nah,
The
menarik.
golden one is the
Is the
firstborn boy.
Tentu.
Or the boy.
Jadi di keluarga Cina itu yang dihargai adalah anak laki-laki yang pertama. Makanya ada istilah golden boy. Jadi aku sebagai satu-satunya perempuan dan di tengah-tengah pula. Jadi ya keuntungan dari itu adalah aku bisa melakukan banyak hal karena nggak pernah diperhatiin.
Oh,
Ya kan?
iya.
Aku mau kesini juga nggak apa-apa. Pokoknya selama aku nggak nakal dalam arti wah
Iya,
keluar
iya.
mulu, mabuk atau apa gitu. Misalnya aku mau minta, boleh nggak aku les ini gitu, les bahasa Inggris, les balet gitu. Ya udah, oke. Tapi nggak diperhatiin. So aku ngerasanya itu menjadi keuntungan ya karena nggak diperhatiin. Kalau misalnya
Was there any anger though? Like maybe back in the days that you
enggak.
felt left out in some
Enggak
sort
sih.
of way?
some kids grow up like kalau nggak diperhatiin tuh jadi merasa kayak oh, look at me now gitu kan.
And more independent,
Something
by the way.
improve, yeah.
More independent.
Look at her now. Look at her now.
Ya tapi pas besarnya tuh kayak
Yeah.
trying to find attention gitu.
I don't know. Enggak sih, aku juga enggak gitu.
Mhm.
But then secondly, apa tadi ya? Mau apa? Suka brain fog nih, nggak tahu kenapa nih Shana sih. Iya. What else ya? Ini aja sih. Nggak tahu juga ya. Again, kalau di keluarga keturunan Chinese, and I just found out recently, kan bapakku ini kan udah meninggal ya di 2020. Dia tuh kan punya asuransi jiwa gitu. Ya tentunya dia waktu itu siapin buat semua anak 3. Kakakku, aku dan adikku gitu. Ternyata kita dapet surat nih, asuransi ini udah ini bisa diklaim loh, masih ada. Oh berarti dad was taking care of us ya. Adikku bilang, cairin dong lu, gue nih lagi nyairin nih, gue lagi proses punya gue. And then I called the insurance, right? Aku call orang asuransinya, iya saya juga mau mencairkan. Oh maaf mbak, asuransi atas nama mbak sudah dibatalkan.
What?
Gimana? Jadi gimana? Dibatalkan, iya dari tahun berapa? 5 tahun setelah asuransi itu dijalankan sama my dad gitu. Tapi akhirnya aku kayak gini, ya emang di keluarga Chinese itu mereka punya anggapan bahwa kalau misalnya kamu perempuan kan nanti kamu dinikahi sama laki-laki. Biar dia yang bertanggung jawab, aku gak perlu bertanggung jawab dalam hatiku. I was like, really dad? Really? But that's the thing, being a girl in a Chinese family,
You saw it coming.
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it coming. Tapi segitunya gitu loh. Tapi ya udah, I mean it's like you're right. I become more independent, right? Karena memang dari kecil ngerasa bahwa ya udah, gue mau jalan sendiri aja gitu.
I mean, in some parts of the culture or some faith has the same kind of similar way as
Masa?
Chinese,
Oh.
especially in regards to inheritance.
Yeah.
Where male or the men get two in the
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
2 parts, so 2/3.
Iya.
And we as the women only get 1/3, but in
They have to
hopes
take
because
care.
as the leader, you
They take
become the
care.
leader of the family. You should take care of your sisters.
Yeah.
That's why they have more parts
menarik.
in that. And I'm pretty sure in every culture is that way, right? Because again,
Yeah.
as a woman, that we're going to be taken care of by another man.
Yeah.
So then maybe your share, not zilch, but like your share is
No,
just
it's
a little.
zilch.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Daddy.
No,
You know,
zilch. He knows and trusts that you can do it.
Iya.
I see it.
But
We
you know-
learn to be positive because of you,
I
Marisa.
feel like that needs an update because now not all women, even married women, are fully being taken care of their husband.
Of course.
Iya.
Of course.
Itu
Of
maksudku,
course.
Kai.
Kalau
Kan
zaman
belum ada
dulu mungkin
jaminan.
iya gitu ya.
Yeah.
Kalau zaman
Not
dulu
even
mungkin-
then. I don't.
Yeah,
Not
I
even
don't know, but I feel like
Norms have
why an
changed.
update?
Yeah.
Mungkin dia ngeliat dari atas sekarang kayak, hah, gimana ya? Bisa gua balikin gak?
This could be a lesson for all of us. Too,
Yes.
when you
Yeah.
have children,
kids.
you know, to be fair
Iya.
to all your children.
Kalau misalnya ada budaya-budaya yang dianggap kayaknya mungkin gak relevan kali ya untuk keluarga gue.
Yeah.
Itu mungkin bisa dimodifikasi kayak Kai
Yeah.
tadi bilang. Harus
Yeah.
diupdate.
And even though maybe the practice is still the same, then you have to take care of your sister. As easy as that. They'll always be your sister, right? They need your protection. Middle child traits. You're right, by the way.
Mediator.
Here we go.
Middle children tends to possess the following birth order personality traits: people pleasers,
Iya.
Oh my God banget Kay.
Bener-bener.
somewhat rebellious,
Oh yeah.
thrives on friendships,
Oh yes.
has a large social circle,
Yes. We're taking it
and
all.
a peacemaker.
Yes.
All right. So you know why?
Yes.
Because they
Peacemaker.
felt like they have the less attention from their parents because the
bener ya
parents have
ternyata.
the first.
And
You know,
then the
usually
third,
it's
yeah.
like to them, and then the youngest usually goes to the
Yeah.
youngest, and then the middle one has to be an independent woman or man. It's okay. Now the strengths from Frank Soloway, PhD. He is also an author from Born to Rebel: Birth Order, Family Dynamics, and Creative Lives. Notes that middle kids or child score higher in agreeableness than both their older and younger sibs.
Oh yeah.
Middleborns tend to be go with the flow type.
Oh my God, aku banget.
Because once a younger sibling arrives, they must learn how to constantly
Yeah.
negotiate and compromise to fit in
Compromise, yeah.
with
Yeah.
everyone.
Cian.
There- now, the challenges
Yeah, my
for a
sister is
middle
an angel.
child, once they live as a baby until their new sibling comes, into their lives. Unfortunately, they're often acutely aware that they don't get as much parental attention as their trailblazing older siblings or beloved youngest. So middle kids are in a difficult position in a family because they think they are not valued. It's easy for them to be left out and get lost in the shuffle. So for example, research had found that parents do not provide later born children with the same cognitive support. I'm guilty on that. I love you, Razan. You're on the top of my list.
Are you reading this and you're like,
Iya.
I've been since last night and I'm like,
Iya.
so as they offer firstborn children, okay, this is going to be like a simple example for me. When I had Ryan and I was pregnant with him, I was like very conscious in whatever I eat. Very
Waktu
conscious
Ryan.
with Ryan, right? When I was pregnant, conscious of what I'm doing. With Razan, I was like weightlifting. I was running 10K. I was eating instant noodles.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I'm guilty on that.
Sorry,
stuff.
sorry,
Like,
sorry. But weightlifting and running 10K, why you feel guilty about that?
No, because I felt like I was pushing myself at that time to felt because I need it for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I need it for my career. I want to be, jumping back again to the scene.
Yeah.
As with Ryan, I was just spending my time,
Yeah.
this pregnancy and being the first, time mother. And Razan was like, okay, I already felt that way.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah,
time,
yeah,
second
yeah.
one was like, all right, I can just make everything more fast and execute more faster.
Yeah.
Which I think that is not fair.
Iya sih. Tapi kayaknya ya, for the second born,
Yeah.
kalau di yang terjadi di keluarga gue sih, I feel like my sister, Fanny itu yang di tengah, justru yang hatinya paling baik.
Of course.
I agree.
Hatinya
Yeah,
paling baik.
I agree.
Gue
Yeah.
tuh masih kayak bengis gitu ya.
I think it's a ganjil trait
Mungkin
deh.
ya, tapi
Kayaknya.
pasti maksud gue nggak tahu nanti
Iya, iya,
apa
iya,
kalau
iya.
merasa sama nanti di Razan karena hatinya tuh biasanya paling tulus gitu.
I mean, with my family, Ryan is the most sensitive. But Razan is always the clown of the family. He tries to make everybody
But then he's compensating in a different
Tapi
way.
betul.
Yes.
You know why he's a
Yes.
clown? Because he's the mediator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jadi kalau misalnya
Yes.
ada maksudnya aduh suasana gak enak nih, energinya gak enak nih. Aha, look at me mama.
Yeah.
Everybody cheerful.
Berarti itu coping mechanism dia juga
Itu
ya.
coping mechanism.
And I felt like seeing my sister. If you see her, from the outer side, I mean, you've seen her. Oh, dude, you thought that she's like this tough nail person, and she is. But when it comes to family, she would give everything.
Right?
Yeah.
Take my life. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
If it's for your, for your blood relatives, especially for your like mom and me and Christopher, like give everything. She's the mother of the family. I could baby with her. More
She
than
babies you.
Yeah, she's like, she's like, it's okay. Like, you know what time it is? Like she would give me the time.
I think they're the most patient, the gentlest and the kindest sih. Even as a toddler, she's like, iya bener-bener vibe tuh kayak gini.
Yeah.
Kayak suaranya paling lembut, terus paling
enggak sih.
Not Karina.
Nah, kalau adik gue paling lembut because I'm just that loud maybe.
Oh, okay.
And my other sister was like, she was born with hand strength, like yeah. So she was like, so my middle child sister tuh bener-bener kayak she's angelic in that way. The soprano, the angelic voice, yeah, iya bener. Like
No.
literally.
Karina cussed a lot. Just like ghetto. Anyways, yes. But yeah, I mean,
She ghetto, but like in a Tammy way.
But her heart is just so soft.
Yeah.
It's the
I
heart.
just cannot imagine.
It's the heart.
Yeah.
Hatinya rintu.
Oh, I miss you, Karina. Yeah.
Aw.
You know the trip that I had.
Yeah.
She financed everything. She made the itinerary. She did everything. She's like, "It's my birthday, but I want to make you happy, Ka. I want to make you happy, Christopher." I mean, I'm just like, we're gonna go again next year. By the way, you pay. All right.
That's very firstborn
I
of
could
you.
say that.
This tradition
I
going.
know. Now, next to the princess right here on the table today, I mean, it's very fitting. You. You're different. She's gonna be, yes.
She's a different kind of queen.
She's gonna be warrior this one.
Oh, like princess like Rashida is the youngest.
Oh,
Fitting, right? Wearing a dress, a pink. I love
Look at her in their bowl.
it. Yeah. The youngest child traits. Oh, all right. Tends to be the most free-spirited due
Yeah.
to their parents increasingly have more lazy attitude. As a result, the baby of the family tends to have the following birth order traits as follow. By the way, you're so lucky. Fun-loving, uncomplicated,
No.
manipulative.
Not that one.
Manipulative.
Well, I mean, because they're the baby. They're the baby. They can they're being baby with everyone, So it's like, oh, you did something wrong. Like, I'm sorry, mom. You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. Under the wings of the sisters, the big sisters or the big siblings.
mean to.
Yeah, see? And then get away.
Still doesn't know.
They're outgoing, they're attention-seeking and self-centered.
True.
The strengths. The strength is they tend to be natural charmers with an outgoing social personality. No surprise that many famous actors, comedians, artists, writer, you name it, she's all of that, are the babies of their family.
yeah,
The
that's
youngest
true.
also make a play for the spotlight with their adventurousness.
Oh yeah.
Therefore, free-spirited lastborns may be more open to unconventional experiences and physical risk than their siblings.
Oh, physical risk? No, that's me.
Seberapa benar, seberapa
What about Ness? Yeah, I want to
benar,
know.
Shaz?
For the strengths first.
For the strength.
Yes.
Benar. Kalau in terms of artistic exploration ya, gue
Yes.
lebih punya tempat. Tapi gue juga, maksud gue karena saat itu kakak-kakak gue kan udah remaja ya. Terus gue mau main sama siapa selain sama anjing, sama buku gue, sama mainan.
Betul. Iya.
Pokoknya gue mencari cara untuk main sendiri.
Active,
gitu.
right.
Akhirnya ya itu yang gue lakukan. Tapi yang tadi apa free spirited, iya.
Yes.
Cuma kayaknya
Gak
gue
complicated tadi.
nggak complicated, enggak.
Kamu
Sangat
complicated
enggak.
berarti.
Gue malah justru kayaknya paling kompleks in my way of thinking
Iya,
ya.
setuju.
Karena kakak gue tuh sudah disiapkan semuanya buat mereka berdua. Apalagi mereka berdua tuh dari TK sekolahnya tuh sama sampai mereka kuliah.
Oh wow.
And me kayak gue selalu gak mau disamain. Karena gue melihat kayak loh si Ila sama Fanny udah ke situ. Terus gue melihat gue gak mau kayak gitu. Dan gue fight akhirnya untuk beberapa hal seperti sekolah seni juga salah satu yang saya fight banget ya. Gitu mama. Karena kalau ngikutin nyokap kan mereka berdua ngikutin gitu.
Iya.
Tapi kan gue melihat ya Gen X itu eksplorasinya untuk apa namanya seni, untuk talent itu agak kurang kan. Jadi gue belajar dari apa yang mereka lakukan. Gue apa namanya tidak mau melakukan hal yang sama gitu. Jadi apa yang gue lakukan adalah akhirnya itu gue cari cara untuk amuse myself dengan ya udah apapun yang gue dapetin gitu. Dan akhirnya gue menemukan diri gue justru lewat hal-hal ini gitu, lewat eksplorasi gue sendiri yang akhirnya membuat gue punya dunia gue sendiri. Outgoing enggak. Gue enggak, sama sekali enggak. Gue tuh karena gue melihat, jadi kan karena keluarga kami tiga-tiganya perempuan, jadi kan nyokap bokap gue tuh protektif sekali ya. Jadi kita tuh seperti kristal yang tidak boleh keluar dari rumah gitu. Tapi kedua kakak gue tuh jauh lebih rebel dari gue. Mereka tuh pengen tuh pergi keluar malam party gitu, pengen. Sedangkan gue tuh kayak tipe yang enggak tuh, gue di rumah aja.
Maybe because
gitu.
you also have contentment at home.
I guess so. Dan gue mencari cara itu kan. Gue tuh udah dengan didiemin aja gitu, dengan lukisan-lukisan gue happy gitu. Dan buku-buku gue happy. Jadi gue gak butuh gitu untuk keluar. Jadi gue gak outgoing dan punya dunia gue sendiri. Itu yang paling menurut kakak gue. Iya, menurut kakak gue tuh gak pernah bisa masuk ke kepalanya Ines karena Ines selalu punya dunianya dia sendiri. Jadi apa yang dia pikirkan itu sangat berbeda sama kita. Kita nggak tahu nih dia nanti mau kemana gitu. Jadi kakak gue tuh selalu bilang ke gue, kalau gue nggak tahu, gue nggak bisa prediksi lo. Karena lo selalu kayak gue kira lo akan ke kanan, lo ke kiri. Jadi gue kayak
Adonannya.
that's me.
You'll never know.
Jadi gak cuma urutan birth juga, soalnya adonannya beda gitu.
Yes,
Ya kan yang
yes.
buat Syaz itu menjadi
Bener.
seperti ini karena memang adonan secara genetiknya beda, makanya karakternya jadi begini.
Benar sih.
And I think the youngest has the more freeway to do anything they want. Because it's already the first one, the second one, and third
Itu
one is
betul.
like, you
first
can
one,
do what you
go for
want.
it.
Fulfill your life because the first and the second one's already doing what we want.
Tapi iya, itu iya. Tapi nyokap gue tuh selalu gini loh. Oh iya, ini Ila, ini Fanny, dua-duanya ke sekolah di kedokteran. Itu Ines tuh di belakang.
Udah gitu doang.
Udah kelar. The end.
That's like the baby boomers generation,
Iya,
right?
itu Ines. Terus dia tuh waktu gue sekolah seni tuh, Ines tuh nanti mau jadi apa sih? Hah? Nggak tahu mah, nggak tahu mau jadi apa.
The most badass entrepreneur in the world. Hell
Jadi gitu, jadi nyokap gue selalu tuh kayak kedua kakak gue, dan dia selalu bilang gini ke gue, kakak-kakak kamu tuh bisa diatur sama mama, mau dengar? Kamu nggak bisa. Bahkan cara kamu pakai baju aja nggak bisa. Waktu gue kecil tuh gue nggak mau dipakein baju yang dia kasih. Gue mau kayak,
pick your own.
gue punya sense of style gue sendiri gitu. Waktu kecil tuh gue
At
gitu.
6 years old.
Gitu. Jadi
Yeah.
Very Rashida.
iya kan? Iya kan? Iya enggak?
Yeah.
Iya enggak?
Yes. She's taking over. I can never say no to her. You know, and like, even the father cannot. Like she is the princess of the family.
Because she's the only girl too. Jadi adonannya juga beda.
Yes.
Iya, bedanya itu.
Kombinasinya lethal, Caroline.
Can you imagine that? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now speaking about the only one,
It is.
when we're talking about siblings like this and you know our family dynamics, how do you
I love
feel?
hearing about it. I'm
How
like,
do you feel though,
"Aw."
babe? I just want to know.
You know, for the longest time, I've always wanted a sister. Not so much a brother.
No, you have.
Yes, and now I do. I remember up until I was 10 years old, I was like, Mommy, why am I gonna have a sister? Like, I think when I was like 6, she's like, oh yeah, we'll get you a sister. Up to 10, she's like, yeah, you gotta stop asking. Like, it ain't happening.
It's gone. That's done.
Like done. Yeah, I think growing up, it was nice, obviously,
To get all the attention
all
for
the
yourself.
attention,
Hello.
whatever you want, right? But it got lonely at times.
Sepinya
Yeah,
gimana
I
sepinya?
think because coming home from school. My dad was out working. My mom was involved in a lot of social obligations, so she wasn't really home most of the time either. So it was just me and like the helper, like my dog. So we became like best
Thank goodness
friends.
for dogs.
Yeah, and then like I would see the kids, playing outside with their siblings, and then I got kind of like sad. I said, I don't really want a sibling. I think one of the hardest parts was when my parents were fighting.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and then like I
I
had
imagine.
no one to like confide in. Like, okay, I have to like face this head on by myself. I don't really have anyone to share
True.
this with. Of course, that
Kamu
was
gak
always
punya
tough.
bestie juga waktu kecil? Bestie cewek gitu?
I had a bestie, but it was like, okay, I'll
Like
see
a
you at
family
school,
affair,
or like,
right? You
yeah.
wouldn't want to like share.
Exactly. And then sometimes it's like one of those things that it's different when it's like your sibling. It's like the
Yeah.
secrets
Yeah.
you keep, the family
Correct, yeah.
secrets. It's
Your
like your
blood.
partner in
Yeah,
crime
yeah.
in everything that you do, right? But I think based on what you all were saying, I feel like I have those traits all.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm technically a first child, a
Yeah.
middle child, and a
Yeah,
longest
yeah.
child.
Together.
So like with being the first child, I also feel like I'm the gatekeeper of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly for myself because I have no younger siblings to take care of. But now that, my dad's not around anymore, I
Yeah.
feel like the gatekeeper of me and my mom.
Yeah.
So I feel very responsible. I feel like the need to achieve. And maybe one of the different things is that I don't feel like I need to prove to anyone but myself that I need to achieve things.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I have these younger siblings who are looking up to me, so I have to be this certain way. I have to achieve these certain things. Where in comparison, I feel like my husband, Max, does that because he's like, oh, I have a little brother who looks up to me and he needs to look up to me.
Yeah.
And-
I felt relatable with Max, by the way.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
Tapi sebetulnya tekanan itu kan juga datangnya dari mana dan apakah masih perlu gitu loh?
yeah.
Ya kan?
Yeah. Maybe
Tekanan
parents
anak
nowadays,
pertama
maybe
gitu.
parents
Yeah.
nowadays could change.
Maybe.
But we were born in some.
Carol's like, maybe.
Maybe. It's a big maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like with you, I really relate on being the peacemaker. Because then when my parents would like fight and argue, I'd be like, guys, I would like literally take their hands and I was like, hold hands. Oh my God. Talk about it and hold hands.
Oh my God.
So I felt like that as well for them. And being the youngest child, also my parents never really pushed me to have these certain expectations like, oh, you have to like study this at school, you have to become this, you have to take this path in your career. They gave me the choice to explore and do what I want. And dad always like let me. He was very sweet, and I got a Barbie doll every month. Oh yeah, I was like, I want that Barbie doll, and then mom would come and be like, "That's a little too much Barbie doll. Stop."
Like a whole.
Yeah, I had a whole shelf of it. So I feel like being an only child, I got to experience all the different traits. Of,
So do you want to
Being
hear your
sibling.
traits?
I'm kind of scared.
Coba
to
dengerin.
do it. Okay,
here we
let's
go.
hear it.
Here we
Only
go.
child. Let's hear it.
And here are the traits for the only child,
Yes,
KB.
tell me, Carol.
And also my husband. Yes. Mature for their age. It goes for you.
Yeah.
Goes for you. You're a perfectionist.
Oh yeah.
You're conscientious. You work hard and to prove your hard work.
Yes.
You're diligent and you're leaders.
wow.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like that trait?
I do.
I know,
Sounds
like
good.
when your voice goes lower, like
Like,
it's like spotlight on me. Now, but after you ladies hearing, and also you guys that are hearing your traits, do you think that the traits that we had from our birth order define us or made our character? And do you think that our parents plays a role in shaping our character and also our personality to who we are and what we become right now?
Ya nature nurture ya kan Kay. Selalu kan nature nurture. Nature ya itu adonannya gimana gitu. Karena adonan lah ya benar kan Syaz?
Adonan tuh apa sih maksudnya bibit bebet bobot?
Enggak, misalnya kan secara genetik.
Oh iya iya.
Kan tadi kan kamu bilang kayak tentang gabor mate. Kita semua itu seperti punya parents yang berbeda padahal
Banget.
parentsnya yang sama. Itu karena
Yes.
adonan kita beda. Makanya dari adonan yang berbeda itu muncullah apa yang namanya karakter.
Yes.
Nah di saat yang sama pengalaman hidup itu juga membuat kita memiliki sikap-sikap tertentu dalam
Benar.
hidup. Kayak tadi misalnya only child atau anak satu-satunya itu salah satu traitnya adalah perfectionism gitu kan.
Yeah.
Meskipun aku anak kedua, aku ngerasa ada di situ juga. Nah
Yes.
itu muncul karena apa? Karena upbringing atau
Mhm.
bagaimana aku dibesarkan. Jadi sebetulnya it's a mix of everything in
Yeah.
my opinion. Kay.
That's right. Well, KB, especially in your trait, it
Yeah.
says that every trait between the first, middle, and
And the
also the
youngest.
youngest amplifies for the only
Yes.
child. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Chia,
Times
taking
infinity and
everything.
beyond and everything. But the situation also plays a part,
Yes.
like Shahna said, right? When our parents are more stable in every
Yes,
factor,
yes.
that's also kind of like change the
Banget.
upbringing of the child
Sure.
itself. So, still when talking about siblings, I'm really curious. I want like to have a little some sauce in this. Have you have any before or maybe right now in your life having a situation that is still unfinished, earth-shaking matters between you and your siblings, the rivalry that happened maybe because it's ingrained since you were so young and those feelings are invested until right now that maybe you kind of have this kind of not awkward kind of relationship, but maybe more like far-fetched as opposed
Arm's
to like a
length,
close ones. Yeah. Yeah, do you have that? And how do you patch it up?
Siapa yang mau mulai?
I don't.
Oh,
I
you
don't.
don't. Oh, I do.
Okay, yes.
I
I do. I do karena emang aku tuh nggak deket sama kakakku yang besar. Padahal bedanya kita tuh cuman 3 tahun. Tapi aku lebih dekat ke adikku yang di bawahku 4 tahun.
Mhm.
Mungkin karena ini yang tadi nature dan nurture itu, Kay.
Iya.
Ketika ada ketegangan di rumah tangga bapak ibuku, kita bertiga tuh punya cara untuk mengatasi yang berbeda-beda atau coping mechanism ya kan.
Yeah.
Kalau kakakku tuh bawaannya tuh kabur mulu.
Mhm.
Kabur tuh selalu main sama temennya. Udah gitu dia kan masuk sekolah elit ya, sekolah cowok gitu kan. Jadi dia tuh selalu nggak terlalu merasakan ketegangan yang ada di rumah.
Yeah.
Sedangkan aku, anak tengah dan adikku yang kecil itu, kita tuh nggak kabur-kaburan.
Mhm.
Jadi otomatis kita jadi lebih dekat dong karena kita merasakan ketegangan yang sama. So dan juga lagi karena di rumah tangga ayah ibu di household kita itu tidak ada trust antara satu sama lain,
Yeah.
itu ngefek ke hubunganku dengan siblingku gitu loh.
Iya.
Aku tidak, apalagi ke kakakku ya, aku ngerasa kita tuh tidak punya level trust yang sehat seperti kalian semua. Dimana kalian tuh bisa rely on each other, tahu bahwa kalian tuh aman, punya psychological safety.
Yes.
Kalau sama adikku berbeda karena mungkin kita dulu waktu kecil lebih dekat, kita tumbuh besar bersama, jadi trust itu lebih ada.
Mhm.
Again, it's like nature and nurture. And how do I patch things up? Jujur kalau misalnya sama adikku it's easier because we don't really have anything to patch.
Mhm.
Karena tuh ya kita susah sama-sama gitu kan. Tapi dengan kakakku ini I find it really hard to really connect with him
Mhm.
in a genuine way.
Even to this day.
To this day, mungkin karena secara value itu juga beda. Dia menurut gue ya, dia menurut gue itu konservatif. Sedangkan gue itu ya pemikirannya tidak sekonservatif dia gitu.
Iya.
Meskipun gue yakin kalau misalnya kita duduk dan ngobrol bersama itu pasti bisa. But I honestly don't know how to really like patch things up. It does need time investment.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mungkin
Effort.
juga effort ya kan. Mungkin juga dengan berjalannya waktu dan semakin tuanya kita, maybe one day we'll find a way where we can just sit down and really connect with each other.
Tapi lo maksudnya nggak cari-carian gitu
Enggak,
sama sekali.
aku tuh gak cari-carian.
Despite everything that's happening in your family, this is out of curiosity because Caroline and I think you can agree when I say when something happens in the family, we're like the protectors, right? Jadi kayak kita merasa punya responsibility untuk menjadi payung untuk adik-adik kita gitu kan.
Yes.
Your older sibling did not.
Enggak, karena dia kan kabur, dia kan selalu keluar.
Okay.
Karena ya kita semua kan berusaha untuk menyelamatkan diri.
Mhm.
Semua anak itu pasti secara natural mencari jalan untuk how do I survive this tension ya. Ya dia mekanismenya saat itu keluar main terus sama teman-temannya
Of course.
gitu. Dan itu bukan sesuatu yang salah ya.
Iya.
Itu yang secara alami dia lakukan gitu loh. Tapi imbasnya adalah ya akhirnya kita tidak menjadi dekat.
Close.
But how willing are you to try. Maybe sometimes it has to come from you. And again, as the eldest, as the older sibling, sometimes we want to be approached by the youngest. There are times, moments
Yeah.
we felt like because you're younger. I always say this to Karina. I mean, we're only 4 years difference, right? And so when we were younger, she's like, "Oh, you're only 4 years younger. You're just the same as me. I don't want to call you kaka and everything." And then she's always like that, you know. And I felt like, no, I am still older than you, even though like we're just
Yeah,
one day apart.
we're very conservative.
I am.
We are very conservative.
Yes.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So I always still kind of like wait for her to approach me first because I still feel that
Privilege.
Even if you're
the
at fault.
older girl privilege.
No, if I'm at fault, I would talk to her. Yeah, but like, but she's still for me. I felt you still have to be, still have to be very respectful to me because I'm older than you.
Yeah.
You know, and Karina is very like,
Yeah.
again, whoa, yo, and I'm like sometimes like, yo, me, yo, your friend, but not me. I'm like your sister here. I still have
Bedanya
that.
kurang jauh. Yeah. But I think what my sister also learned becoming an older sibling itu ini dinamika kita ya. Speaking of unpatched things, how we patch things up is there was once when we were all adults already. So we took this trip, the three of us. They were both in uni, and obviously I was already working. We took the trip, the three of us. We went back to Hong Kong, which was where they went to high school, where I went to uni, right? And it was so different. Like I've never seen my sisters like party or go out and things like that. Oh my God, they're all grown up.
Oh, wow.
Di situ gue tuh baru kebuka matanya bahwa ya mungkin telat buat mereka, but at least you're not making the mistakes I was at that time. Maybe they're more responsible. Jadi kayak, so we had a moment to talk about the things when they told me like, karena memang you have a special power and privilege in the family karena lo yang pertama. Tapi gue bilang kayak gini, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's true because the weight that we carry is the weight that hopefully you don't have to carry.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
Yeah, because that's the oldest sibling. For me, buat gue tuh, it's the duty comes first.
Yeah.
It's
You lead
that
the way.
you put everybody else first before yourself.
Don't forget to put yourself first
kayak gitu
too.
kan.
And we love it.
Dan
I
itu
think it's
baru tahu untuk put yourself first tuh ya setelah pembelajaran dewasa gitu. Tapi growing up that was the pressure, right?
Iya. Nah makanya tekanan ini apakah masih relevan gitu loh. Karena kan melihat Kai, melihat Kay gitu. Memang kalian menjalankan duty atau tugas kalian itu berusaha dengan baik.
I think it was a pressure before because we're growing up, but now I see it as a privilege. I'm very honored.
Oh gitu.
I am
Kamu
very
malah
honored
merasa
to be
bangga.
the front runner of my family.
Because we survived, dude.
Yeah, and
We survived.
I think like with me, especially like I like to talk about Karina more because I'm very far with Christopher, and Christopher lives in the U.S. more than, and I was already here in Indonesia. I had a fight with Karina before. When she was in junior high school, I was in high school. Physical fight.
Wow.
Between two girls. MMA, straight up right there. What's up, And then she ran away from home. I was working in a radio station, so I went to my radio station. It was time for me to be on air. I was like, if you see a girl, she's Oriental.
You announced that.
Yes, wearing a red shirt. She's probably in the Block M, South Jakarta area. Please do contact me because I need, she's been gone for 12 hours. My mom is already crying right now, and dad is already going everywhere. One of the listeners, alhamdulillah, God blessings, called me up and she's like, we saw her sitting down with street people, pangamen, I mean, my sister is like that.
Kebayang.
Yeah, and she was like that. And we would have this kind of situation growing up.
Yeah.
But the last trip that we had, just like you, we went for almost 8 days together, and I already had prepared myself, don't feel attacked, whatever, keep it down, Carol. This is her thing. She's made it an effort to, for this trip. At the last day, oh my God, we had a problem, which I went to buy gifts for, for my loved ones, and her husband's birthday on the same day. She's like, I told her, let me drive by myself. I'll see you there in the restaurant. No. I want to drive you. Oh. So she accompanied me with her face is already like that. And I'm like, why are you here if you're like being upset,
Yeah.
right? Because she doesn't want to be late for
Yeah,
his birthday
Husbands,
party
yeah.
for the husband. So we came late, and then she was just getting very snappy with me. And there were some aunties and our aunties and uncles and cousins. So I snapped back at her. So when we're done, we went outside in the parking lot. She was
Another
like,
MMA fight?
Why did you do that? Everybody was like looking at us. And then she's like, and then she just walked. And then Christopher, again, the peacemaker, it's like, okay, take your time. Here, Ka, let me talk to her. Usually, I would be very upset for her to do that. But I know this time it was because of my fault. I should understand her, right?
Yeah.
Why would I think about someone else other than her husband, which is also my brother now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just took my time. I tried to put my emotion down, give him my space, give her some space. And then she came back. Usually she would not touch me. She would just like, drive off and whatnot. She came to me. She's like, Ka, why do you have to do this to me? I'm sorry. See? Because we've just got so close this past, I don't know, like when we grow up. And really, if you are living in the same country, same city with your siblings, take the time because it's hard. So she said, like, Ka, we only have each other. Dad and mom is getting older. We know how their dynamic is. We only have each other, and you have to know that I love you so much. Ka. And sometimes I don't show it to you because I'm just not a good communicator to share with you how I feel. But I love you so much, and we have to stick together because we're family. There's only you, me, and Christopher. And I want us to be like this, bonded like this until we die. So we should care for each other's feelings. And she never did that to me. My sister never did that to me.
Karina loves you.
And she apologized for the first time ever. And it's hard, it's hard to, thank you, it's hard to have this distance where you can't see them. You're losing time with your siblings. I don't spend time with Christopher. I would not spend time with Karina when she's pregnant, when she have her kids. So, yes, I'm very blessful that even though we had our MMAs, Mike Tyson, Holyfield time, she didn't bite my ears, thank God, Karina, because I hit my ear.
Oh gosh.
But I'm very blessful that our relationship blossomed this way. And
Lovely.
and yes, we do have our wounds. There are some things that I think maybe like you, Marissa, that is just unfinished ever, right? Because we have said words that would hurt each other's feelings. But I think, as your blood relative, the blood plays in our veins.
Yeah.
Nothing can erase that. And I just really hope for all of you ladies, especially Marissa, this one day you will have the time because it's priceless. To have that. And to all of you also. All right, sorry for the tears.
No, we love it.
Maybe you shouldn't apologize. It's
my
so human.
God. Oh, and also I told my boys, because 2 boys, only 2 years apart, I'm like, there is no money, power, and women that could be between you because mama will take her of your life, right? Literally.
Take her out of the equation.
She's going to be in the middle of you. Literally, she gone.
But speaking of sibling traits, I feel like kalau anak pertama itu kesannya paling keras, paling strong, tapi paling gampang nangis.
Oh, bener. Kakak gue tuh ya, dia cowok ya, tapi dia itu menurut gue gampang berbesmili. Gampang
We're very
nangis.
sensitive.
Iya.
Yeah, we're very sensitive like that.
Like my
especially-
sisters don't cry in movies. Why do I?
Oh,
Wow.
But still, just a little bit talking about birth traits though.
Yeah.
We're all married. Yeah. Are you were married with?
Firstborn.
What's his firstborn? Sorry, you've been married. Excuse my language. Caroline.
Firstborn.
Firstborn also. Okay, Marissa?
Second and twin.
Wow.
Double.
Iya itu.
How could it be second? So older had an older
Ada.
sibling and then
Terus
has a twin.
Oh iya.
Is he
jadi
the
dia yang
oldest?
kedua.
Older and the twin?
Iya.
Iya.
Oh, he's the older twin.
Kakak gue punya
dia
anak
kakak.
kedua ya.
Oh, jadi
anak
sama-sama
kedua tiga.
middle.
Jadinya 3 kan?
Yes betul. Betul.
And yours
Anak kedua
is
jadi
firstborn.
tiga.
Firstborn.
Okay, how does it work with you? I mean, again with the traits, and then you.
Menarik. Apa? Kalau pasanganku itu kan dia tuh kembar. Yang aku
Did you ever get confused? Sorry.
Are they
It's a joke. It's a joke.
identical. Satu telur.
Yeah.
Satu telur, cuman memang kayaknya waktu di dalam perut itu adiknya dia mungkin makannya dapat lebih banyak. Jadi dia lebih besar sedikit. Lebih tinggi
that is a
sedikit.
fact. Okay.
Oh wow.
Tapi itu dinamika menikah dengan seorang kembaran, apalagi kalau misalnya kembarannya itu sangat tight ya, sangat erat gitu. Mereka itu punya hubungan yang sangat mengandalkan satu sama lain. Nah itu bisa menimbulkan dinamika yang menarik ketika ada di sebuah pernikahan, terutama menikah dengan seorang seperti gue.
Like what?
Individualis.
Iya, ya betul Syaz. Jadi aku tuh kan terbiasa memang semuanya aku kerjain sendiri, independen. Lagi-lagi bukan karena aku maunya begitu, karena situasi hidup mengharuskan aku menjadi itu.
Yes.
Nah biasanya itu menimbulkan semacam tensi-tensi karena aku nggak ngerti aku nggak ngerti beberapa hal atau cara dia, dan aku juga nggak ngerti hubungan dia dengan kembarannya gitu
Yeah,
loh.
yes,
Bentuk
yes,
cinta atau relasi seperti apa
Yeah,
yang
yeah,
nyaman
yeah,
buat
yeah.
dia dan yang nyaman buat aku.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Tapi itu harus diomongin gitu. Maksudnya
Yeah.
lu tau gak?
Yeah.
Of course.
Lu tau gak kalau misalnya lu tuh kadang-kadang mungkin ngelihat gue sebagai kembaran lo gitu. Terus dia baru yang oh gitu ya oke. Iya.
see.
Dan gue juga tahu sih gue tuh
Projection.
hyper individualis dan itu juga bukan hal yang baik
Yeah.
juga.
Yeah.
Jadi kita saling mendiskusikan itu.
And reflect also. Yeah.
Yes.
What about you, Nes? Because you're very firstborn and the youngest.
Apparently that's ideal,
Yeah.
right?
That's ideal sih.
Apparently.
Tapi kalau dalam kasus gue, soalnya pasangan gue dulu tuh tidak dekat sama
Okay.
keluarganya. Jadi beda banget dinamikanya sama gue dan kakak-kakak gue yang kita nggak bisa hidup tanpa
Yeah.
ngasih kabar satu sama lain kan gitu. Meskipun demikian, dia menempatkan diri kalau maksudnya di dalam relationshipnya ya, iya gue anak bungsu banget sih. Maksudnya emang pembawaan gue selalu di pertemanan pun juga kebanyakan gue banyak berteman dulu sama anak bungsu juga gitu. Karena memang agak nyambung ya gitu di bagian aneh-anehnya tuh quirks-nya tuh sama gitu. Tapi satu hal yang mungkin tadi gue juga pengen nambahin ya, dan menurut gue jadi fundamental gitu untuk kita punya relationship setelah kita tahu dinamika dengan siblings ya. Karena tuh gue merasa satu hal yang bikin gue sangat erat sama kakak-kakak gue adalah kita membagi beban yang sama. Ketidakstabilan nyokap gue adalah perekat kita.
Menarik.
Jadi ketika nyokap gue punya mood yang wang wung, we only have each other.
So you
Yes.
stick together.
Kita selalu kayak, oh my god nyokap. Tolong. Kalau kita nggak punya itu, ngerti gak sih? Kita tuh nggak akan survive. Atau mungkin kita makin erat karena memang kita punya nyokap yang suka tidak stabil.
Blessing in
God
disguise.
bless.
Blessing in
Yes,
disguise.
Auntie, God bless.
Dan itu ternyata perekat gue juga dengan mantan suami gue dulu. Dia juga mempunyai ibu yang tidak stabil yang membuat dia harus mengandalkan dirinya dan adiknya juga gitu. Jadi ya kembali ya itu jadi membentuk kita untuk ya itu sebenarnya kan coping mechanism juga ya, karena kita nggak punya yang lain nih selain kita bisa mengandalkan mengandalkan saudara-saudara kita gitu. Karena dulu tuh di dalam keluarga gue kalau terjadi apapun gitu ya, kayak ketidakstabilan yang tiba-tiba moodnya nyokap gue menyebabkan semuanya berantakan, kita harus minta maaf ke dia apapun itu gitu. Jadi kadang kita menguatkan satu sama lain, udah nggak apa-apa, lu minta maaf aja di sini.
By the way, mom is firstborn? No.
Firstborn. Firstborn. Dan hubungan dia tuh selalu sama siblingnya. Itu membingungkan sekali. Sangat membingungkan. Gue gak ngerti apa yang dilakukan oleh silent generation kepada boomers. Tapi please. Parah banget gitu.
Don't come back.
Jangan.
We don't need it.
Stay done. Tapi cuma itu mengerikan. Karena menurut gue sampai detik ini nyokap gue tuh sering banget kan kayak berantem sama adiknya. Mama, terus gue sama kakak-kakak gue gak paham. Karena gue sama kakak-kakak gue tuh gak pernah compete sama sekali. Ketika dia mendapatkan sesuatu gue happy banget. Apapun itu ya, dia beli mobil baru, dia anaknya menang ini, dia ngerti gak sih apapun bentuk achievement itu, kita tuh happy banget untuk satu sama lain. Jadi kita gak pernah paham kayak kenapa sih emang maksud gue kenapa lu begini sama adik lu gitu. Karena kakak-kakak gue gak ada jealousy sama sekali ke gue.
Very positive.
Banget, bahkan kita gak pernah naksir ke laki-laki yang sama.
Thank God.
Dan seleranya tuh memang beda. Beda banget. Kalau maksudnya kita udah tahu gitu dulu, maksudnya kan ada kan kali jalan waktu kala-kala kita keluar terus
The famous sisters.
Waduh, 3 cewek cantik jalan jomblo.
Before the Kardashian, we have the Suartonas.
Dan maksudnya kalau misalnya ada laki-laki gitu ya. Kita udah tahu, oh laki-laki ini pasti tertariknya sama Ila gitu. Kita udah tahu, oh laki-laki ini tertariknya sama Fanny gitu.
You guys
Jadi
are the besties.
udah tahu satu sama lain. Kalau gue sebenarnya out of the equation karena gue kan masih kecil ya saat itu.
I'm just accompanying my sisters.
Udah kan?
Sekarang
udah bisa kayak gitu.
Sekarang udah, tapi kan mereka udah punya suami, aku kan single sendiri. Gimana? Lo kayak aku.
Your time has passed.
tapi gue ini loh, gue agak I cannot generalize the silent generation karena gue merasa sibling dynamics contoh gue dan adik-adik gue it's pretty amazing because I feel like both of my parents' sides, their siblings are very, very close. Kayak even my dad's side, very, very close. My mother's side, very, very close. I'm actually wearing an heirloom from my aunt. My sister picked this up.
I love that.
Love all of you. Lucu kan? This is vintage literally.
Literally.
Enggak, tapi ininya tuh kayak I guess kita punya contoh bahwa no matter how rebellious I was atau if I was straying from one point to the next atau gimana, contohnya adalah kita akan kembali ke rumah dan rumah itu adalah adik-adik kita because we see how our parents and their siblings stick together no matter what. Karena kan as you say, hidup itu berjalan dan tidak selalu enak ya. Dan memang perekat siblings itu, and I agree with you, ketika sesuatu terjadi dalam keluarga atau apa, no life is perfect. It should be menjadi perekatnya. Nah kebetulan karena adik-adik gue dan gue memang bedanya sedikit jauh, I was the loner for most of the time. Gue masih menunggu sampai mereka besar yang that turning point was that travel apart.
Correct.
Dimana sekarang berarti kita udah satu ini nih. Gitu. So I feel like
Tapi bener sih tragedi
For
bisa menjadi
me,
perekat.
Iya.
Jadi
sometimes
Trauma
what hurts
bond.
can burn. Yeah, trauma. Well, we're happy now. We're happy now. The power of three.
started
Three
but
girls.
then
3.
Three girls.
yeah, having parents with mental.
I mean, there's always a blessing in every disguise, don't you think, right?
like being an only child.
Yeah. I mean,
I love hearing
Yes.
these stories, guys. Sorry, I'm just like I'm listening mostly because it's nice.
How does it feel? It's really
how
nice.
does it feel? You have a brother.
Yes, I
You have a younger
that's-
brother.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about.
Adiknya Max.
That's what I meant.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we love you, Monty.
Monty.
Yes, he's actually my older brother. He's technically older than me, but, he's like younger by marriage.
You have more power on him, by the way.
I
Just
do.
letting you know.
Hear
But
that, Monty?
how does it feel though? You having a partner as a firstborn. I mean,
think-
he's a perfectionist. I mean,
Oh,
with the
yeah,
spreadsheets
more than
and
me.
everything.
So I think it really goes well with that part of the trait in me of being an only child, the
Yeah.
firstborn trait that I have, which is we plan things, we execute things, which pretty funny actually. So we were just in Bali with Monty, who's technically, I don't know, would you say that youngest or second born? Youngest, right? Because it's just them two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The youngest.
So youngest, and he is also dating someone who's an only child.
Oh.
So you have the oldest and the youngest now, both with whose partners are only kids. So then, but we really see the dynamic and how different it is. And maybe because I'm with someone who's an older, who's the firstborn, who's a perfectionist,
Yeah.
who is a leader, who likes to plan things, I become that person too. Whereas
Of course.
Monty's partner is more like, okay, go with the flow, we chill, we don't really have to plan things, more like how Monty is. So I think we also have that trait of happy-go-lucky, go with the flow. We're not really hard on, okay, everything has to go my way. Even if you think about it, right? Only kids, we're so used to having things our way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe it's because we're always used to having things our way that we have room for, you know what? Like, why don't you just lead the way?
Yes. Yeah.
And that's why, like with Max especially, once he's like set on something, because he is such a perfectionist, and that's like his strongest trait as a firstborn.
Yep.
Yeah, is there sharp
like-
focus sih?
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead,
Right.
make that spreadsheet.
Right.
You know, like
Yes.
okay, I will follow.
Yeah.
And then
I would have to.
and then
have
that's
that
where
too.
I get baby. I'm not complaining. But it's so that's where I sort of like balance out when I need to push my firstborn trait more and when I need to like step back and be like the youngest.
I need to learn from you karena kan ada kecenderungan anak gue bisa menjadi only child kan. Dan gue sebenarnya kayak dari dulu tuh gue selalu mikir gini, gue tuh nggak mau punya anak satu karena gue sangat dependent sama kakak-kakak gue. Gue merasa apa yang gue miliki sama kakak-kakak gue pengen
You
anak
want
gue
your
miliki.
child to have
Gue
that,
pengen Mas
yeah.
juga
Yeah.
memiliki hal yang
Yeah.
sama gitu. Tapi kan ya memang keadaan tidak memungkinkan saat ini.
Bisa berubah.
Bisa berubah.
There's still time.
Yeah.
Saya bilang saat ini.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Nggak tahu
Not done.
besok.
ATM at the moment. Iya, tapi gue tuh harus belajar karena gue juga belajar dari temen gue yang juga nikah sama only child. Dia bilang, jadi sulitnya nikah sama suami yang only child, dia tuh ngerasa
I'm
competitiveness-nya tuh kurang. Karena dia ngerasa competitiveness-nya tuh kurang. Karena dia ngerasa semuanya udah dikasih nih, lo
You don't
silahkan
have to
kayak
work
jalan
for-
tol
yeah,
gitu kan
yeah,
hidupnya kan. Jadi gue lagi melatih itu dengan akhirnya gue memberikan anjing baru ke
This is your sibling.
Yes, karena memang ternyata
Dia belajar tanggung jawab gitu.
tidak hanya itu dia belajar untuk sharing perhatian
Sama
iya serius sama anjing. Karena
Mother of
punya yang
dogs.
lain kan saat ini dia
Yeah,
belum punya.
yeah.
Jadi
Of course.
jadi ya udah dia bukan compete ya, tapi inilah
share.
sibling lo dulu nih
Yeah.
saat ini gitu. Ada dua lagi. Gue selalu bilang sama dia, Pablo tuh lebih tua dari Emas. Jangan jahat sama Pablo.
So respect.
Respect.
Yes.
Pablo tuh 11 tahun loh.
Yeah.
Mas tuh belum 7 gue bilang
He's a
gitu.
grandpa.
Iya. Udah batuk. 77. Iya, jadi itu yang saat ini gue bisa berikan.
Yeah.
Jadi
Yeah.
itu dulu sebelum saya bisa memberikan si
Good for you, Nes.
menarik.
That's really good.
Tapi bagi yang misalnya kayak anakmu gitu ya, atau kayak KB gitu, bisa nggak sih menurut kalian si brotherly love or competitiveness atau sisterly love or competitiveness itu diisi oleh orang yang memang bukan sedarah gitu. Misalnya misalnya gue kan gak punya kakak cewek atau gue gak
Yeah.
punya adik cewek.
Yeah.
Tapi I have my chosen family.
Yes.
And you four are four of the like the sisters that I have chosen.
Tapi aku tetap yang bungsu ya.
And we have an only child, so yeah. The youngest, the baby. Yeah, I mean, you were talking about that, Marissa. Is actually, you probably know the quote. This is our title: "Blood thicker than water." It's actually, this quote is depict because there's a actual original quote on this, right? The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So the blood of the covenant is the people whom are not blood related to you.
Yeah.
but love you, accept and cherish you fully as who you are.
Nah.
And at times could be there for you even more than your family. Now, again, you were saying about chosen families. Yeah, sometimes with chosen families, you found these people when you are growing up, you know, guiding you and be there, you know, beside you throughout your good and bad. And actually you shift them. By meaning is naturally you will see them without their mask on. You will know
Yes.
which ones people are really there genuinely for you. So I mean, with you know, siblings that's, you know, relative or blood relatives and siblings like brother and sisters, we know that we can never detach from them because we are a family, right?
Yeah.
We came from the same mom and dad. But how to nurture the friendship with your chosen family?
I think salah satu hal dasar yang fundamental adalah menumbuhkan rasa kepercayaan atau trust. Sebetulnya ini sama prinsipnya.
Yeah.
Apakah kita itu blood related atau tidak gitu. Karena hanya dengan adanya trust itu bisa menjadi lahan subur gitu untuk menumbuhkan cinta, respect, penerimaan atau acceptance terhadap orang ini. Mau dia lagi jatuh banget atau mau dia lagi happy banget, kayak tadi Syaz bilang gitu loh, gue nggak pernah jealous sama sisters gue. Kalau misalnya sisters gue lagi seneng ya gue juga ikut seneng. Dan aku ngerasa itu bisa kita tumbuhkan gitu, prinsip yang sama bisa kita tumbuhkan. And that's how I feel with you ladies gitu. Some of my solid girlfriends as well, yang memang udah aku anggap sebagai sisters. Gue tuh bisa jelek banget dan kalian tetap we love you. Gue bisa happy banget. We love you.
Gue agak gak percaya lo bisa jelek sih.
Iya sih itu
Nah kan kayak gini nih, gitu loh.
Gak percaya.
So yeah, basically nurturing trust, rasa kepercayaan terhadap satu sama lain, because from that lahan subur everything, rasa sayang, respect, acceptance, it can thrive.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, talking about chosen family, I think you also have you have like a tribe behind you, chosen sisters and brothers and whatnot.
That's definitely the advantage of being an only child. You're more also, I feel like, open and trusting to letting people in, because I've never really had a sibling to fight with, never had a sibling to like laugh with. So it's kind of like, hey, I like you. You're my friend. Like, can we be sisters? And it's also, I think, what you said, Marissa, is super true. It's the trust that you would have that, hey, if I'm gonna fuck up, like I know you'll have my back.
Yeah.
Because you're my ride or die.
Yes.
And that's family, right? That no matter what, even though life goes to shits and you still have something to celebrate with, it's the people that will always be in front of you and behind you. Taking care of you.
Blood or not, right?
Blood or not. And you guys are that for me. I love you guys. Y'all my sisters. You know, God gave me 4 sisters, not 1. 4.
But you know, growing up, I intend, especially having my siblings abroad, I always try to find my chosen family, right?
Yeah.
But then you kind of get to know people, and then I realize I cannot easily say, you're my chosen family.
That's true.
You're a friend maybe, but you're not my family.
Kamu
You're
udah
my
belajar
chosen
dari Echa
family.
ya. Sayang, gak semuanya harus kamu jadiin temen sayang. Kamu harus tahu kategorinya.
At first, I was very, when he said that, I'm like, no, everyone, whoever that I'm close with, they're my sisters. And he's like, no, you better watch out.
Yeah.
You know, you never know the tendency of other people. Right?
Yes,
So now that I realize that, no, there are some friends and there are people that's my sisters, and you can call me 24/7. I will be there for my sister. If you're my friend, call me after 9 a.m. Okay? All right? So I have
Tapi
one.
WhatsApp dulu sebelum jangan tiba-tiba langsung nelfon.
No, like, we will always be there for each other. And that's for my sisters and also brother. No, Fahmi, you're my brother. Fahmi is my brother. Yes. We love you. All right, so I have one more last question because Melon has been like giving the signals. So I just want to be very transparent here. So my question is, if you can say anything to your siblings right now, whether they're watching or not, what would you like to say to them? And also to your chosen family. Let's start with you, KB.
Well, Monty,
Well, very direct.
the sibling that I have, just know that I have so much love for you, and I'm glad that you became a brother to me. I mean, we were already like siblings even before I met Max. So know that I'll always have your back. Always be here for you no matter what. Know that even though I'm not technically your sister by blood, I am forever your sister, and you'll never get rid of me. So know that I'm always gonna be front, back, center, right beside you, left and right. And for my chosen sisters right here, I'm so thankful. I'm so blessed. I asked God for one sister. He gave me 4. And I just want to say thank you for letting me be who I am and never judging me for everything that I say, that I do. And I'm so, so, so thankful that I get to be doing this life with you guys. And I know that we'll always be by each other through thick and thin. Even though when y'all are much older, I'll promise to be taking care of y'all.
Thank you.
With tequila.
Yay!
And Melon, of course, you too.
I was about to tear up,
Leah.
and then you just said
Everyone
about the
here.
age.
I'll
Thank
be taking
you.
care of you, you.
Yeah.
All of you.
You're the only one that had a strong bones by the end of the day. All right. Marissa.
Tapi kalau
calcium.
kacau nih.
Yeah.
Aku tuh pernah minum tequila langsung flat out tau.
There you go. So go to the gym. Go to the gym.
Kacau.
There you go.
Yeah, that one with tequila, maybe with water.
Yeah.
Okay, water. Or white wine. You like white wine.
Oh yeah,
I
white
still
wine is
remember that.
good. Yes, yes.
Bellini.
Yes.
You know how close we are when we know what's our favorite drinks.
Exactly.
What's my favorite drink?
Huh?
Gin and tonic.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Jägermeister.
What the hell? Go on.
Anyways, what do I want to say to my siblings? Maybe I haven't said this enough. I love you no matter what. Mungkin kita ada yang gue ngerasa sama kakak gue belum terlalu dekat, tapi I want to make the effort to be closer to you. And then for my little brother, because we've been close, it's like I love you, and I will say it more often. And of course, with you girls, it's been so easy to love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And thank you so much for loving me as well.
Of course. You are a blessing. Ness?
Me, apa ya? Karena gue ngerasa gue sering banget bilang I love you ke kakak-kakak gue gitu. Jadi nggak ada kayaknya yang tidak gue sampaikan gitu. I love you so much gitu. Kayak gue selalu bilang ke mereka. Gue pas dewasa ini juga gue merasa gue harus lebih sering addressing positive traitsnya mereka gitu.
That's nice.
Gue ngerasa gue selalu pengen memuji kakak-kakak gue untuk apa yang dia sudah berikan kepada gue selama ini gitu. Dan itu yang gue lakukan sih. Gue selalu bilang betapa Ila adalah orang yang paling sabar, paling nurturing gitu. Sedangkan Fanny selalu membuat gue merasa disayangi meskipun gue aneh banget gitu menurut dia, tapi dia nggak paham logika gue, tapi dia selalu kayak I love you. Oke. Ya udah.
Unconditional love.
Unconditional love. So ya, I love you so much. I love you both so much. Gue nggak ngerti lagi bagaimana cara mengurus mama tanpa kalian berdua. Tapi ya itu selalu kami sampaikan, dan gue berharap kita selalu punya dinamika seperti ini.
Amen.
Meskipun kita pernah berantem, tapi nggak ada yang terlalu besar ya, sampai detik ini selalu bisa kita omongin. And to my chosen family, apa ya? Kayaknya gue juga sering banget bilang I love you to you.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We love you.
Mereka harus
Yes.
kayaknya viewers harus lihat grup Pancatera kita ya. It's filled with love.
And gifts. GIF.
Yes.
And emojis. Gifts.
Emojis.
Tapi itu sih, maksud gue PR gue pas dewasa ini, gue merasa gue senang membuat orang merasa dicintai. Dan itu
so
yang
important.
pengen gue lakukan ke semua chosen family gue.
I love that.
Dan
Amen,
kalian
sister.
tahu kalau traits kalian yang positif tuh selalu memberikan positivity juga ke gue.
We reflect with each other.
Yes.
Love you guys. All right, Kai?
Okay. To my siblings, we say I love you pretty often, but you know, my youngest sibling yang gua nggak nyangka, she's actually the one who went like merantau kemana-mana. You know? So she went to Korea, now she lives in Bali. By the way, yeah. I just wanted to say that no matter how far apart we drift, we'll always be close because we'll always have a reason to be close. And I'm happy that we have this dynamic now that we're adults because they used to be treated like twins. They're practically Irish twins, and I used to be on my own. And there was a time where it was pretty difficult to find that connection, but it turns out we made it.
Yay.
Yes,
Love it.
and I love them. I love you. So I love that the fact that you guys turn out to be amazing personalities yourself, and I keep on telling you this that I'm very, very proud of each and every single one of you. And to my sisters, my chosen family, I've always wanted to have big sisters growing up because I wanted to know what it feels like to have big sisters. You have
Iya
to.
dong. Kamu ingin dimanja kan Kai?
Iya, capek kan?
Paham.
Marissa, please do.
No, but I got 3 big sisters. So
Tapi aku secara mentally kayaknya bocah ya.
Nessa's like, don't take away my part. No.
No. But you lu sama gue tuh rasanya kayak setara.
Twins.
Nah, yeah, but there you go. So I'm very thankful that God gave me 3 older sisters and 1 more younger sister. Because she's literally as old as my younger sister. So yeah, and I'm very thankful and blessed. And I say this a 1,000 times because I've got the oxytocin to prove that I've got a whole freezer full of baby milk now because throughout pregnancy I've never felt so loved, and I feel like the universe and God is spoiling me right now.
Oh,
so much love.
lovely.
Love you so much.
Luber senantiasa.
And what
luber.
about you, ma'am?
I love all my siblings. That's all I can say. Ride or die, siblings, and also you guys. You know that I'll be right there in front. And
know, okay?
I'll be the
With food.
with food, with anything that you need, knife, whatever, golf sticks. I'm there, right in front, ready. I'm ready to rumble. And also, I think we have to mention our viewers because we've read all your comments and we've seen how many of you that says that we are like the older sister that you've
I'm
never
younger than
had. Yes, but maybe maturity level, you're like an older sister. We love you, Ness. And with that said, I think we're very honored. We're felt very loved, and we cherish you very much for seeing us as your older sister. And with that, it gives us a form of responsibility, and hopefully with our stories, our personal journey, our insights, it could also give a positive impact. And again, because this is a relationship, even though it's virtual, it's a two-way street.
Yes.
So we will be here listening to your stories, to your insights, and also we'll be there to be virtually shoulder to lean on during your challenging times. And we'll cheer you on for anything that you achieve in life. And that is why we love you all very much, viewers. Well, we're going to wrap this up by asking them to share your stories about your siblinghood with your brother and sister and also your chosen family. Share with us right there in the comments. And don't forget, there is that bell button, to click it, subscribe, ring a ding, and become the Fam Bam Sisterhood family right here with us. With that said, I have the last 3 words. We love you, and we'll see you again next week right here. Bye, guys. Love you. Bye.
Ya, manis banget ya sisterhood ini.
Yeah.
Tapi
Dude,
the beauty of sisterhood tuh kayaknya selalu kalau ada yang satu yang nangis, yang satu yang
it's an effect.
A domino effect.
Ooh, I'm sorry about that. Season 2 is here.
Told from the lens of women for everyone.
Through heart, humor, and different perspectives. For curiosity, connection, and quiet courage.
Join us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, X, and TikTok for more magic within the episodes.